Hey guys, it's Mr. Fuzzy Lego, and welcome back to our custom Lego minifigure video, and I cannot believe I'm going to say this, but I'm finally, after all this time, going to show you the 4 Impractical Joker Lego custom minifigures. And I'm really excited to say that, because I've wanted to make Impractical Joker's minifigures for the longest time, probably since at least 2014, whenever I would watch the show with my dad, even though I was like 4 years old. That's not true. Don't listen to what I say. But anyway, I wanted to make at least a few Joker minifigures for a long time. And this year, I was actually getting into it, and I made the 4 heads of each of the Jokers in January. But then I kind of dropped the project entirely to work on a few other things. And yeah, I finally finished Luigi's Mansion. Saw the heads up on the top of my drawers, and just said, "What am I doing? I gotta finish those." So I got together some torsos and some legs, and what I mean by legs, I didn't even make new legs for them. I just went to my custom collection, took out legs that looked like I could use them from other minifigures that I've made in the past, and stuck them on. So their legs aren't even new, half their torsos are new, but their heads were made in January. I'm finally showing these minifigures. So without further ado, let's get started. Whoa! Kicking off this video, I'm going to show Joseph Gatto first, who is one of my favorite of the 4 Jokers, along with Murr. I think those two are absolutely the funniest to watch. And this figure came out pretty nice, and yeah, reused 2017 Iron Fist's legs to make this with a few added painted details of the boots. And I actually painted on the insides barely, which is a surprise. But yeah, this his outfit comes from the intro segment, or one of the earlier seasons at least, and it's just a painted looking jacket with the blue shirt showing through. It's not the best, but I don't know. For some reason I'm really weird with painting those sorts of outfits, but yeah, the head is fully painted from January, and it features his likeness, or at least what I was able to get. I bet if I decided to paint them now, it would be easier and a bit more accurate. And his hair choice is the Doctor Who hairpiece. I don't know specifically what it's called. I used Mutt Williams, not Mutt Williams. I used Grand Moff Tarkin, and just gave it a brown paint job, as you can see there. And I think it came out pretty well for his hairstyle, because Joe has like a weird balding spot or something. I don't know exactly what his hairstyle looks like, but this is close enough. And I think it came out pretty nice. Nice figure. There's sealant under the arms to protect the paint, which is what I've been doing for lots of my figures, and that's about it for Joe, so let's go on to the next minifigure. Next up is Sal Vulcano, and I like him a lot, not as much as the other Jokers. He used to be my absolute favorite, but then I think I kind of grew on some other of the Jokers, specifically Murr and Q are some of my favorite ones. But Sal is also really cool. I think he has some of the most brutal punishments, and I enjoy watching his misery, of course. And so this minifigure, I think the head likeness came out pretty great. Again, painted in January, and he has his little beard and mustache stuff. And his jacket also comes from the intro segment. It's painted in like a dark gray with some plaid, like flannel shirt underneath it. And his legs are just blue legs that I found into my drawer. I think I described it in my intro segment of this video, but I didn't really. I only painted the bodies. The legs are old legs because I just want to get these figures done, so their legs aren't very special. Like, oh gosh, I didn't even paint the inside of the legs just to show you how much I really just didn't really work too much on these figures. But yeah, I gave him a Superman hairpiece that's not sanded down, it looks like, because again, I just pulled it out of my drawers. And yeah, I think it came out okay. I don't really know what hairstyle would also work for Sal, but this is close enough, and I really like it. You can see the black torso underneath. But yeah, that's really it for Sal. He's pretty simple, and I really like him, so that's about it for Sal Vulcano. Here's James S. Murray, and for me, he is like the heart of the Jokers, definitely the funniest one on the show. I don't know if anyone else agrees with me, but he's had some pretty great moments, and I was really excited to make him. So for this figure, I start off the head with an Indiana Jones head, actually, because it already had the beard that I needed, like the little stubble. And I painted the eyebrows, and I fixed the eyes. Again, they're not great. I did make this in January, and I wish I would maybe remake them and make their heads a bit more accurate. But I didn't use any hairpiece for them. I just simply painted on the head. I painted the hair onto the head, just so that because he's he's like bald, but he has a little bit of hair there that's very thin. And I think this is a great idea, and it works really well for him. I did paint the jacket, except that came from Chandler Bing from last year. Again, I didn't even bother with the leg. And the legs also came from Grunkle Stan, which I need to go give these back to, because I'm waiting for a pair of black legs to come in the mail. And like I didn't even bother painting, like, you know, you can see the remains of Grunkle Stan's legs. So yeah, I did paint the shoulders, or the you know, the arms. I did the same thing for Joe, where I gave him cuffs, so I forgot to mention that they have three-dimensional cuffs. So I did paint their arms, and look to the back, reveals there's nothing really there. And yeah, that's it for James Murray. Really like him, and of course, I think his figure came out pretty nice. So let's go on to the last minifigure. Okay guys, that's about it for the Impractical Jokers. Thanks so much for watching, and if you are interested in seeing my other creations, check out my social medias or check out my other videos. That'd be pretty cool. And I'm gonna go back to rest because I'm a little under the weather today. That's unfortunate. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. So long.
Hey, mustache, what's up?
I want my mommy!
I will never forgive you!